Hello everyone, this is Yana from Bellatrix Star. Welcome to my YouTube channel and please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Today in this video I would like to talk to you about the relationship. Any kind of relationship, and a few moments that I would like to mention right now. It's about romantic relationship, partnerships with loved ones, with any other karmic relationship that you have in your life. And that's why I have a few cards here, just to make it sure for you that you see that as well. So there are couples. I don't take swords intentionally, because I would like to work right now a bit more with the energy of fire, with the earth and the water. And of course with swords, that will be probably another video. But the thing is, like first video that I was talking about how to walk away, how to go through pain, and I will do more videos about that, and of course I will do the meditation for sure. But right now I'm drawn to talk about the relationship that the topic itself is like, yes, the relationship always when we have two partners, right? Two people that are involved. It can be same sex, it can be different genders, like a man and a woman, two men, two women. But the main thing in the relationship is at least two people are involved. Masculine energy and feminine energy. I truly believe that if it is two women, for example, or two men, it's still playing out as a masculine energy and feminine energy. Why? Because the energy, they need to be exchanged, between two partners, two people. It's not like one is only giving, another is receiving. That's not healthy, and I don't want to talk about codependent relationship. Probably just a little bit I will mention that topic, because it's the roles that we can have. And I will tell you just right now, as I already mentioned, that we can have relationship as a mother and a child, a father and a child. That's normally when we work on the relationship with our parents. Even if we, for example, if we are offended or we are really hurt and we had some kind of psychological traumas during our childhood with our mother, then at some point when you start attracting the man or the women who are nurturing or these people have the similar features or traits like your mother, so definitely like you will play the role, or you are a child and another person will play a role of a mother. Definitely it can be a male and a female as well. It doesn't matter the gender right now. I'm speaking about the energetical role. For example, I know that one lady, she had really problematic relationship with her mother, because, for example, she got very cold mother in her childhood, and at some point in her life she met the man, and it was amazing relationship. But then at some point she understood that she actually was proving constantly to her boyfriend that she is a good one. Because what we got from the cold mother, that we need to prove that yes, we deserve the love, we deserve some hugs, some attention, some kisses, right, some cuddles, and that's why we need to prove something to get that warmth from the mother. And it's just an example, right? The story can be different, but you really feel it when you go deep into the relationship. Why it didn't work out? Of course, it normally doesn't work out at the end. So normally, as you're searching for the self-love, or as you're searching for the love of this person who is representing your mother, then you will never find this love, because you don't give this love to yourself. You're trying to find this love in outer source. This is first was your mother, and then this is another, like a man or a male or female, right, in the relationship. And of course at the end it will not work, because you will never prove anything to anyone that you deserve love, because you naturally deserve that, but your subconscious doesn't agree with you. Like the subconscious has different program, right? So it's one kind of relationship can be. Also it can be like, for example, a woman and a man, and or just female and a male, or both, but I can say like feminine energy as a child and masculine energy as a figure, as a mother, even a mother, like a mother, a woman normally, right? But still, it can be like that. Another example that I would like to give you, but with another relationship, is like also a mother and a child, but a mother is a feminine energy and the child is a masculine energy. Again, don't forget, it can be same sex as well. But again, I'm speaking about the energies. But in this case, it can be also like trying to prove something, but also the thing is like the feminine energy is always taking care, maybe fixing problems, or giving too much attention, or like dropping everything in their life in order to be with her child, the masculine energy. You see, the same thing, almost the same thing, can play out with the father figure, or father as a masculine energy, and a child's energy. So normally this is the masculine energy and the child is a feminine energy. And again, it can be same-sex relationship. What does it mean? That normally the child is searching for protection from the masculine energy. Also to prove that the child is beautiful or handsome or amazing. They need some admiration. They need to prove that they can be a really good man or good woman. And the father figure, or like masculine energy playing a father figure, they normally approve, or like kind of an authority figure. Very often is playing like giving money for the project, or giving money for the living, you know, or protecting in a way, supporting, you know, all the time as well. It's very similar to mother-child and father-child, because this is the protection of a parent, which is the child is searching for. But you know what? In these roles, a parent and a child, normally how it is developing, that the child is growing psychologically, and if the person is developing themselves and growing psychologically, at some point they will start cheat, or they don't understand it as a cheating itself. They will start finding another lover, another interest in romantic way, because they know that if they come to one of the parents, so to their partner, to a mother figure, to the father figure, they will accept them. Because, you know, like from the parent relationship to the children, parent is always in love, or they love their children all the time, whatever they are doing. Even if they do some bad things, they still love. Maybe they can reject, they can say something bad, right? They can behave in a bad way, but they energetically, they're always accepting. They're always they are there for them. And also this kind of relationship, normally they end up not in a very brilliant way, because when the child is growing up psychologically, becoming a mature one, they are going away. And for the parent figure, it's very hard to accept, because they think that they will be always there. But for the child figure will be also difficult, but they will be a bit better, they will be a bit easier, because they know that whatever they will do, they will accept them. All right, and they are searching that understanding from their male or female parent figure in their partners. And that's enough about these roles, because there can be also some other roles that can be played out considering codependent relationship, just really an extreme way. I don't want to go there about like drug addicted or something like that. Right now I would like to focus on something different. Like, first of all, I would like, well, this is just for information, to let you know, maybe to analyze your relationship, but don't freak out like, okay, if I'm playing one of these roles, so soon it will be over. For some people it is working for the whole time, because probably they came to this life to learn some lessons through that. And yes, and actually I didn't say about the parent person, the parent, like a father figure and mother figure. For them, what is the reason to go into this relationship? Quite often for them it's important when they want to have a child subconsciously, but for some reason they don't go into that role physically. Maybe they want to have a child, their father, they want, but they are single all the time and they're constantly into the relationship, that the lady, for example, can't have a baby, or just other situations, right? For the lady also, like, she wants to have a child, but she's already, for example, around 50, 60, and she, for example, she can't, right? Physiology is not that already, and it can be the case that she can go into that relationship with another partner, like with a man or with a woman who is probably younger, not always, but immature. She is mature, and she will kind of compensate that feeling with them. But again, I don't say that it's bad or good. It's just the roles that we are playing from time to time in our relationship. Not all of you, not all of us, because it depends on our story and our destiny, what we are here, what to do, and what to embrace, what lessons to learn, of course, right? What are the purposes of our life here this time? So it can play in different roles, in different positions, in different lifetime, and in different period of the life. But the thing that I want to talk about, that yes, now we are at the point to change the perception of our relationship, and that's very important. Recently, as you already probably know, we've heard a lot that term of twin flame and soulmate. And well, I don't want to go right now into these terms, probably in another video if you're really interested in that, or my opinion on that. But what I want to say is, I personally prefer to say a strong connection, because some people, for example, when you are in the street, like in New York, Moscow, I don't know, Paris, Madrid, Hong Kong, whatever, like big city, and then like a lot of people around you, and of course you don't resonate with all of them, right? You will resonate with a particular person, but it's still, I mean, like, you can say that this person is a soulmate, but you can have a lot of friends, right? You can have a lot of colleagues, and you somehow participate in their lives and they're participating in your lives. You will so say every time that you have hundreds of soulmates, right? But at the same time, is it true or is it not? So it's a kind of a question that don't want to go into these details right now, but I just want to tell you that I prefer right now to use the term strong connection. It can be twin flame, it can be soulmate, it can be just something different that you can, like, you determine it. So it's just open topic, right? So when these strong connections recently, there are quite a lot, and every single time, like recent years, I've heard so many stories when people are just bumping into their person with whom they have some kind of connection in their previous life. But for me, what does it mean? That means that we are becoming more spiritually awakened. Not all of us, of course, but many of us. That's why we are more intuitive, more open to this, like, Neptunian energy, really. We are more open to these higher self messages, to other, like, to develop our intuition, our gut instincts. We are more trusting our body and our internal reactions. So for me, that means that we are becoming more and more spiritually awakened and see and feel what's really going on. Probably many other centuries, or just at least, okay, like your ancestors or like other generations, like your grandfathers, mothers, maybe they were not that spiritually awakened, but also we had the reason for that time, right? Because the reason of their being there was a different one, and that's all right. But now we just feel a lot of these connections between other people, and our meetings, especially the intuition is much more stronger than like with others, for example, or like we're paying attention to our intuition and we develop it, then we feel it, of course, much stronger. And sometimes, like if you meet a person like in the shop or in the street and you have the click and you understand, okay, yes, we had something in the previous life. But can you imagine, like if you're walking in the street and you are just pointing, okay, with them I had kids in my previous life, with this one we were rivals, with that one we had some kind of love affair with triangle, third party situation, with that one I had something like that. And you can imagine that you know all of this just immediately when you see the person. It's really crazy, right? Yeah, it's too much. But for some people it's not, it is okay to know that. It depends, of course, how you are dealing with this information. So these strong connections are coming up in our life in order to help, in order to show something, to tell us something, to learn us the lesson. Because I believe every single soul, they love me, they love you, the souls that are coming to your life. Because the reason that they're showing what you have to experience, what lesson you need to learn, the false or fake programs in your subconscious that you're already living for a while and you don't need them anymore, but you're still grabbing that program, you're still holding to the past, and now it's time to develop. And unfortunately, many of you and me as well, from time to time we're experiencing these changes and this awakening through quite a painful period of time, right? The relationship, this is the way of course, interaction and exchanging of the energy. It's very important because we are human beings and we need some company. Even if a lot of people are saying, yes, we don't need to have a company, we need to want to have a company. But we still have some instincts, like we want to eat, we go and eat. We want to go to, for example, toilet, yes, we need to. And also is something about sex. Sexual instinct is still here for men and for women as well, and it's still an instinct and not just, like a privilege or something that I can live without. Of course, everybody can live without it, not just without water, right? But the damages that can be caused to the brain, to the mind, to that human being will be really massive. But spirituality is like, the sexual attraction is more physical part, but maybe through meditation, through a lot of spiritual things, like with Neptune not being grounded, going further up, maybe you can handle it. But still, it's a completely different story of human beings, right, on this planet. I'm talking about all of us, normal people who are living in this world, who has their goals, their ideas, their dreams, and just the main idea is like to be happy and to enjoy this life, right? So when we all have these things, that's why we have this sexual revolution and sexual perception, that mindset also that is changing right now, that is liberating also about values. Like Uranus now is in Taurus, a lot of liberating that we are experiencing right now, like we are breaking free from an old value system that was holding us back, and the new value system that we have from now and still developing during this couple of years. So what I mean that fortunately, unfortunately, we still, even emotionally actually, we are searching for someone close by. I don't mean always to live with someone and to share the bed with someone every single night, to be stuck to someone, no, or be very attached to someone, no. I'm more speaking about like emotional, like sharing emotions, sharing also Martian energy, like sexual energy, and yeah, Venusian energy, care, and also, you know, like affection, sweetness, tenderness. Yes, we can share that with our parents, with our children, but normally we are going away from children. I mean, like, children are going away from us and we are going away from parents. And who are there for us? Our partners, right? Our sexual partners, our lovers, our emotional effect, like emotional connection partners, something like partners, right? I can say like that. Friends, of course, that's also the case. So there are different ways. And please don't forget that when we have two people are involved, they are always have their willpower, they have always their understanding of their relationship and ideas, an ideal relationship, ideal models. Why? Because we are brought up like that, right? Because our parents were like that. For example, if your parents didn't love each other, or like stopped loving each other when you were 3 years old, but they were still living with each other until your, I don't know, like graduation, or until you have already your baby, what does it mean? That this is the role model, an example that how the world is working for you, and you need to work exactly the same way. Normally, subconsciously, we're picking up these programs from our parents as well. For example, like I can say about myself, I was brought up like, if I'm married, this is one time and forever. Divorce is something really bad, and people will like say offensive things to you, and it's like something that is wrong to you. If you divorce, it's something like you are not that good enough, you know. And of course for kids, for sure, but it didn't work in my way, and I was so suffering when the love was gone. I was married, and I got my kids, and I thought it's right. And even if I didn't feel any affection to my ex-husband, I couldn't understand what to do with that. I was thinking, okay, I can't cheat, it's bad. I can't talk about that to him because he will be very angry, that's bad. I can't say to anybody that I don't love you anymore because that's bad. I have kids with you, how can I survive? How can I leave my kids without a father, you know? And all these really freaking thoughts, and they were not just thoughts, they were really my ideas of how I need to live. And I bet, and I know for many people all over the world, it was very similar situation. Or it can be not like that. It can be just, if you are, I don't know, like if you didn't try, like you are a man, and if you didn't try many women in bed till, I don't know, like 25, 26, you're not experienced in sex. You know, something like, or if you're a virgin till 20, I don't know, 3, something is wrong with you, you're not sexy. Who said that? You know, so a lot of these stereotypes, a lot of these labels that we carried from our childhood because of our parents, and our parents that carried because of their parents, and this society that they had, and we also are like because of society. But the thing is, like, you have, for example, your own ideas about marriage, about being together, about partnership, about kids, about blah 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 relationship. They have exactly their ideal ideas, thoughts about marriage, relationship, kids, whatever. When you're two together, and this is kind of a soulmate, twin flame, okay, strong connection between two of you, and you have your perspective and they have their perspective, what to do? What is normally going on? Like, they are trying to compromise their life for you, or you are sacrificing your life for them. because of love, yeah, because you can do a lot of things for love. But then at some point, yes, in the beginning it can work. A lot of sexual energy, passion, great sex, great dates, great traveling, great that, and then it's gone. Why? Because it's just the real life starts to blooming up because of your subconscious, because of how you brought up. And when you understand, okay, it doesn't work with one man or with one woman, it doesn't work with another one, it doesn't work with third one, what should I do? Am I done with the relationship? Am I done with love? Of course not. Because also one thing that we normally, a lot of us, were not taught, it's like to talk about emotions, it's to talk about feelings. So the case is like, I feel that what is very important in the relationship is to talk about everything, to be open and allow another person to talk about the feelings and emotions, even if they are crazy. Sometimes, like in psychological world, like when I was studying psychology, I know that very well. Like if the person is shouting at you, like if you really have this good connection, and if the person is shouting at you, but telling you their problems, that means they feel safe. They feel safe because they can open their anger to you. So don't react in a way like, oh, you're shouting at me, so I'm offended or whatever. Yeah, I can say like, please, if you want to share something like that, could you please at least, like, if you're scared, for example, don't raise your voice or tell me that in a different way. But I mean, talk, not just get offended, ignore that and walking away. Of course, again, it's just one scenario for one particular situation. It can be absolutely different, but you can try different, again, types of scenario to work on your relationship. So what I mean in that, if you have this open talking relationship, that will definitely help. And not to keep them longer, but to keep yourself and themselves being emotionally healthy. Also, another point that I would like to mention, that why I have chosen Queen of Wands and King of Wands with 2 cups of together. Because, I really like the idea that Queen of Wands, both, but I will talk about her because I'm a female, so it can be both energy, male and female. But the Queen of Wands, she knows what she's doing. But what does it mean? It doesn't mean that she was brought up in a way that, as I said, for example, I need to be married approximately like around 20 something, career will wait, I need to have my kids, and blah blah blah, I can't divorce and whatever. What was that? That was my program for my life, right? So I developed my program because of how I was brought up. I soaked that up from my environment around me, and that was very actually also comfortable because I knew what I will expect. So I'm a fixed sign, I don't like any changes, so I knew exactly what will be there, and if it doesn't fit my reality, then you go in a way. But I was lucky that I found the man who was actually fitting my reality. For you, for example, like if you don't build your career around 30 and you are not the boss of your own company, you are nothing, or you are not successful at all, and so who will like you or who will love you? You will not bring money, or if you're not successful, money, so nobody will like you, and you will constantly prove to everyone, especially to yourself and to your partner or to your parents, first of all, that you are able to bring money. But you know what, you will definitely have a lot of lessons when you can't bring money, you can't earn money, and you will be even more and more in situations like that because you can't accept yourself not earning money, because you don't need to earn anything to love yourself. You don't need to do anything to deserve love, you see? So Queen of Wands and King of Wands is just one of the topics that I want to point right now, and I think it's very important. A lot of people in the world are trying by our hard work to change these stereotypes, these are our labels, this is our belief system that we got from our childhood and also probably for our past lives, in order to be happy. And Queen of Wands, I love her a lot and love this energy of King and Queen of Wands. Why? Because yes, they know what they want in life. They, they set the goal, and act and do something to achieve that goal. But at the same point, don't forget, in the relationship it's a bit different, because you can say like you have your values. Look at how she is strong and he is as well. They're really aware of their values, right? That means that they will never go for someone who is lower by the values. It again doesn't mean that it's good or bad. For example, for another person, there is a one value that will never correspond and match her value, but it will correspond to another person's value and they will match. But for her, she knows her values very well and she will not compromise that. She would rather stay single or enjoy her life in the way she wants it without regrets. Or if she makes mistakes, she says, I'm sorry, my apology, and she's moving on. You know, she's forgiving herself and them. But she's more driven, she is passionate about the life, and she is open. That the energy of fire, I really love that. She is open to the new turn, to the change. Fire is like that, right? It's very beautiful energy, and look at the fire, look at the flame, at the candlelight. It's very bright and it's very beautiful, and it is quite flexible. I can't say that fire signs are really flexible, all of them. Some, yeah, of course we know that, but I'm not talking about astrology right now. I'm talking more about the energy of the element of fire. And that means that she doesn't put that labels in her life, for her life in advance, in the future, but she is more rather be open to any turn. And it doesn't mean that, for example, she is with someone and it's okay to say goodbye when it doesn't work, but it's also okay to keep the relationship if it's fun for both parties, right? For both people. It's okay to have changes in the relationship. It's okay to talk and to be open to show the feelings and emotions, especially for the earth sign. It's really difficult, I know that, and it's all right to work on that, even like by symbols, by signs. Okay, if you know that I just shut the door like that loud, like leave me alone for 5 minutes and then we can talk, you know, something like that. But of course, that's all things are coming through talk. It's hard, yes, but the thing is, like, it's life. It's also fun and joy, and you will be much more happier if you allow these changes to come into your life. So that's what I mean. The whole message, I'm sorry that it's a bit long, 32 minutes already, but the main message about the relationship is like, yes, we've been through a lot, every single of you, but at the same time, don't make that ruin your future. You have your experience, that's great, learn from it, but leave it in the past. You can't change it anymore at all. So when it is in the past, move into the future with that lessons learned, with that new energy, with that being open to the new adventure, with your partner, or with being alone or single, and having fun and finding the right one for you. But maybe, you know, for you it's fine to be single. Maybe for you it's like, you know, recently I was studying the question about conjunction of Venus and Uranus, because I have that. And I found, and actually if you want to know a bit more about that topic, I can do another video for you and explain more if you have this conjunction, even loose one. But what I found out about Tim Burton, I think, and Helena Bonham Carter, the actor and the director, they were living actually in the two separate houses, and they have kind of a path in between. Yeah, because it worked for them. I mean, like, it's insane for some of you, right? It's crazy idea for some of you. But also, it's another example. I don't know exactly about the charts, but just I really feel it resonates for maybe for some of you. It's Vincent Cassel and Monica Bellucci. they were living in different countries for many years, and he was crazy about her. Yes, he was a bit possessive and jealous, but she didn't want to live with him and in one city, in one even town, because she wanted her freedom. It's definitely something like that, like in her chart, but I need to check. And so, you know what? I mean, like, for some people, especially when you have Uranus in 7th house, or some kind of in 1st house, or some aspects with, I don't know, like Saturn in 7th house, Uranus in 1st house, and aspects with Venus not good, like a lot of stuff. It's like, oh wow. And probably you were brought up like you need to have one partner till the death. And how you will survive this energy, being in the cage, being in the prison all the time, feeling that you are not free at all. What's the point, to live like that? You're not happy, and you will never be being like that. It's just one thing, one kind of simple thing that we had it from very small, when we were very small children, right? But at the same time, it does have a huge impact in the whole life. So it's an incredible topic that I can talk for hours about that. But right now, I just wanted to give you a few, maybe like tips or the main ideas, probably that will resonate with you. Maybe some parts that I have, maybe you will see and analyze your life and see something in your life, and that will give you your insights, that will make something more clear and understand the most important idea from my videos, especially these messages, that this is all about you need to live the life you want to live. You need to have the relationship you want to have. And I bet that when you're really authentic with yourself, true to yourself, true to your desires, you will find the right one. Or, as I said, for some of you, it's single is the best. Maybe you will have hundreds of love affairs, sexual, and probably like from time to time dating, but that's enough for you, and you are good with that. Yeah, look around. Don't mess up with, be careful. But still, it's your role in this life. You are learning through that. You're understanding through that. And I've seen also many chats with this kind of people who they just can't be with one person for kind of more than a month. Really, it's happening. And of course, if you have a completely different point of view, like, this is your values to be with someone, and for example to have sex only when you're married, and to live with someone, have kids, and then there's never divorce. It's your values, and I bet that you will find, or you are finding the same values partner. But if that makes you happy, why not? You see? So look at your life, please, and that's actually the message, and listening to me, get some insights. And does it make you happy, what you're doing right now, what relationship you have, and what kind of relationship do you want to have in the future? Because now it's an amazing time of this portal, these eclipses. They are changing our perception, they're changing our mindset. But again, if we're taking our old past into the future because we got used to that, because it's comfortable, because we don't want to get out of this comfortable zone, and because it's really easy to live by old patterns but suffer at the same time. Yes, the kind of a victim pleasure. Or you just clean your energy from very toxic relationship that don't serve you anymore at all, and you move forward, opening yourself without not putting any labels to anyone, and be open. Yes, you're exploring the life. If this relationship will not work, then another will work, because you've learned your lesson. That's good. But enjoy the relationship at the present. Not think, okay, if that not work, okay, the next one. And of course, I'm going through pain, and then again I'm single, and then again I'm waiting for someone, and maybe yes, that's the one, I'm so happy, but it's not working again. Okay, disappointed. No. Be present. Not in the past and not in the future. Enjoy whatever is coming right now. And enjoy the moment right now. Are you happy with yourself right now? Don't forget that beautiful cup of happiness. It's yours, and it doesn't belong to anybody else. keep it and enjoy that. All right, so this is it. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy that. And sending you lots of blessings and love, and see you next time. Bye bye.